Live. We're live. All right, great. Well, let's get rolling. Before we get rolling, though, I just want to introduce Hinesh. Hinesh is in London, and he's working on a story on the MetPlus project. So it's about 7 o'clock his time right now, 7 p.m. So let's see. Hinesh, in fact, do you want to go first with your update?
Yeah, so I've been working on the MetPlus unit test story. Just struggling to understand what's going on with the code, so I might need assistance today after this.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, so I'm ready to spend some time with you after this Scrum,
Yeah.
so we can talk about that, Hinesh.
Okay,
Good enough.
definitely.
Good enough. All right. Sage, do you want to go ahead next?
Sure. I have reviewed a bunch of small pull requests from various folks, including some Google code-in ones that fixed some nice little issues, and then I removed all of the code for the deprecated course type legacy courses that was sort of some brittle stuff that we didn't really need anymore. And then in response to a pull request from somebody who got started on getting the dashboard ready to handle Wikidata, which is the sort of like database structured data project of Wikimedia. I this morning prepared a pull request that enables Wikidata on the dashboard so that you can pull in what users are doing on that project as well as most of the others. That's about it.
Oh, cool. Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, Sajal. You want to give an
Hello.
update, please? Hey.
Yeah. So I installed Atom, then I integrated all the JavaScript packages with that, and Rubopop, that is for Ruby. Then I started working on a new feature for the which is an add-on in the profile pages section of a WikiEdu dashboard, which I'm working on. Then so basically that feature is to add cumulative statistics of a particular user using the card-based design. So now basically I'm going through the code base for like all the prep work which I have to do for implementing this. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. For myself, I've been, let's see, I did a peer programming with Tong Wei. She's on the MetPlus project. She's working on a spike. I reviewed PRs for the MetPlus project and the SHF project, which is another Agile Ventures project having to do with ethical dog companies in Sweden. That's pretty much all I know about it at this point. And I delivered a PR for the WikiEdu, rather sloppily, actually. I've been making mistakes because I have to apologize for that. Really wasn't paying that much attention. So Sage had to do more work than he should have in reviewing my PR. So
No worries.
I'll fix that. And that's pretty much it for me. Been working on getting ready for a client meeting, which we just had about an hour and a half ago on MetPlus, which went well. And what else was I doing before that? I was reviewing some PRs on the SHF, that Swedish dog project, this morning also. And that's it for me. So that's pretty much the Scrum. So I guess Hinesh and I will connect up immediately after that. Before we do that, before we go though, Sage, I think I'd like to take a story having to do with React, but from the point of view of what I know about React, I can spell it. And I don't have any intention of becoming a React developer, but I think I should know more about it. So I'd like to get a little bit more exposed to it. So is there any particular story you think might be appropriate for that?
Let me look really quickly here. So the handful that we have up there estimated already are ones that are almost exclusively CSS, the ones that actually do involve the React components.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But this top one that I just actually created today in the backlog, the diff viewer should show additional information. This one would be a great introductory React one. It basically involves taking some data that we already have in the system and basically just passing it to the one more component down the line, and then like doing something with that data within the rendered component. So it's it would be a great task to intro you to the concept of how you pass data around in React and how you link one component to another.
Okay, so that's looks like 1089.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look at that. Probably take it then. And Sejal, you've learned React recently, is that right? Or you've been an old hand at it for a while?
Recently, yeah, just on it, still on it, still learning.
Okay, so what did you find to be the most useful resource or resources? Is it React site, the official site?
Yeah, the official
Or-
site. There's a link in wiki.edu on the front end part of the readme.md. Yeah, so
Okay.
thinking in React. I can,
Thinking in React. Okay, I'll take a look at that
yeah,
too. So the official site plus that Thinking in React site. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you. And if I come up with any dumb questions, I'll be sure to ping you or Sage in the meantime. But thanks for that.
I can
I'm-
share this.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, one video tutorial link which I've found very helpful, so I can share that with you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that very much. Cool. All right, well, that's all I had. Anybody else have anything before we drop off?
Yeah, I did the Wikidata stuff that I did this morning. I did as a pull request, and I was and another thing that I would appreciate, not necessary, but like I think it would be a good opportunity, would be a code review on that, which Sejal, you'd be welcome to do that if you're interested.
Okay. The recent one in the
That's
pull
right.
request.
Yeah, there's a pull request, add support for Wikidata.
Okay.
So if you want to do a code review on that, that'd be awesome.
Fine. I'll do that. Sounds
And
interesting.
no rush on it, but whenever you feel like switching gears.
Yeah. My first code review. Yeah.
It's a good way to learn, that's for sure. Okay, great. Anybody else? Anything? All right. Well, we'll call it a Scrum then, and maybe Hinesh, you and I should hang out here and continue on with your story. You're muted, Hinesh.
Yep, we're good to go.
Okay. Yep. Great. Okay. Good. All right. Sejal, Sage, good talking to you, and we'll connect up tomorrow.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye now. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Hinesh, do you screen, or do you want to go over your stuff first, or?
I'll share my screen. Give me a
Okay.
second.
Here, yep.
There we go. So that's the terminal.
Okay.
I have to switch to the other one, don't I? Here we go. Sorry, still new to all this.
You did what? Sorry.
I'm still new to all this Google Hangouts.
Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, cool.
So what I did, I copied the one from here. I just tried to see if it runs. It runs fine, but then in the code here where the model is, so I've just searched for this one, of the JD apply,
Mhm.
and I can see it's been triggered to an agency mailer job. And then I'm trying to understand what these triggers are doing and how this actually gets triggered.
Yeah. So if you see that line 165,
Yep.
So the situation is this: a job developer can apply to a job on behalf of a job seeker
Okay.
if the job seeker says it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's a one-to-one relationship between a job developer assigned to a job seeker and a job seeker. Job seeker only has one assigned job developer and vice versa.
Okay.
However, any other job developer in the same agency can go ahead and apply to a job on behalf of a job seeker, even if they're not the primary job developer for that job seeker, the assigned job developer.
Mm-hmm.
Job developer coming in here and let's see, what's that? Oh, I see. That was really excellent. Good. Let me grab that from. Oh, never mind. I think she. Oh, where did that go? Sorry.
That's right.
So I've got a second job developer who sees a job that might be appropriate for this job seeker, so they go ahead and apply to that job on behalf of that job seeker.
Okay.
Now, in this case, what we want to have happen is that we want the primary job developer to be notified that that has happened. So that's what's going on here with that statement. So if the job developer that assigned is not the actual job seeker's job developer, then we need to take some action, which is notify the primary job developer via mail and a notification, a pusher trigger, a browser pop-up window, that second job developer has applied on behalf of their job seeker. That's what's going on there.
Okay, that makes more sense now. So we have to test on the agency mailer job to check that goes through, and this trigger here, isn't it?
Yeah. In fact, let me see. This is. Let's see. Let me go back to that. So this is what's going on. I don't know if this will come through very well. Probably not. Yeah, that didn't come through very well. But there are, by my count, 6 different things going on. If a job application by job developer occurs and that job developer is not the primary job developer.
Okay.
Some of these things happen regardless of whether the job developer is the primary or not. But there's an email sent to the job seeker.
Yep.
Saying somebody's applied to a job for you. There's an email sent to the primary job developer saying somebody else has applied on behalf of your job seeker.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pusher message sent to the other job. Excuse me, the pusher message is sent to the job seeker.
Okay.
Saying that some other job developer other than your primary one has applied to a job on your behalf. And in general, a pusher message is sent to the company person saying somebody's applied to this job. Email sent to company person again saying somebody's applied to this job.
Okay.
And lastly, a task is created that, let's see, what does the task do? Review
job application.
Okay, so the task is created for the company that says somebody's got to review this job application. So that's what's going on there.
That's more
so
clear
there's 6 different. Yeah, there's 6 different things, and what I found when I looked at the code for the test is that there's only 3 things happening. In fact, let me maybe this would be clear if I do it this way. So I'm going to give you the same list again of actions, but this time they have numbers associated with them.
Okay.
Yeah, and currently testing only. Note this items 2, 3, and 6.
So we got to test them all. Okay, the whole scenario.
Yeah, so items 2, 3, and 6 are being tested in when you in the test starting at line 180 there.
Okay.
But items 1, 4, and 5 are not being tested in this test scenario. So in this file, there are other examples of those tests. In fact, if you look at a generic example where the JD, who's the primary job developer, applies on behalf of a job seeker, I'm sure those things are being tested.
For primary JD. Yep. Describe not the JD.
Yeah, this is the situation where, so we're looking at the event file, but if you look at the event spec RB file,
Yep, that's the one.
and is that what we're looking at? Okay, sorry. So this here, line 1.6,
Yep.
takes into account some of the special stuff that happens if the Java developer is not the primary.
Okay.
So it creates, but overall, I think, yeah. But overall, if you look at this, there's only 3 things that are being tested. There's a trigger, a pusher message, an email going out, and a task being created. And so that's 3 of the 6 things that are happening overall in the event handling.
Yeah.
And if you look at event.rb, the event, of course, that you're looking at for those 6 actions that are being taken are for, you're right on, it's the JD apply method here. So this,
so the JD applies, yeah.
So this particular event, other JD apply, is only created within the handling for the event JD apply.
Okay.
So within event, if it's a JD apply event, we do some actions within that, and we also say if this JD apply event happened to occur because a secondary JD applied on behalf of the job seeker, then we take some additional steps because it's not the primary job developer.
Okay.
So that's what's happening in the event file itself.
Okay. So what you do, you put the test actually in here, isn't it? Really and truly.
Exactly. That's right. You got it. So here we have this is testing secondary job developer, but there's only 3 things that it's testing for. We actually have 6 actions happening.
Yeah.
When that particular situation arises. So we need to add 3 more tests here for the 3 things that are not yet tested.
Okay. So I'm guessing this one's for test 2, email sent to primary job developer. Yep.
Yep,
This
exactly.
one's number 3.
Let's see, JD apply. Let's see, primary job developer. Yeah. Yep.
And this one's number 6. Okay.
Yeah, and that was number 6. Exactly.
So we've got to add 2. Sorry, we've got to add 1 and 5. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. No, we've got 1, 4, and 5, right?
4 and 5.
We're not testing the pusher message to the company person. So that's essentially what's going on. So it's not totally untested, it's just incompletely tested.
Yeah, that makes sense.
In fact, I suspect in the event spec file, we have a bunch of tests that are incompletely tested, but we'll only focus on this one right now.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So if we do the first one, should I write at the beginning or at the end of the test, or does it matter?
Oh, it doesn't matter where you put them.
Okay, at the end.
So email sent to job seeker.
Yes. Oh, sends. Okay. So the event we need to take is this one here, isn't it?
Yeah, so job seeker email job. What does he get? So I suppose in event spec we can find another example of that.
So if we look for job seeker email.
Well, we won't look at here in the event spec file because that's happening in the event file. Let's see, let me get my version of that. It's easier for me to look at locally.
Okay.
You know how it is when you're trying to follow somebody on the screen?
Yeah.
Pretty much impossible. Okay, so you're at, let's see, let me orient myself. Job applied by job developer, not the primary. Yep. Okay. So I'm looking at that same spec file. Let's see. So if you look at line 197 in your, it may change because I think you already put a line in there, right?
Yeah, if I take this out, we don't need this.
Okay. Yeah.
197.
Okay, so
yeah.
197. So here, or 196, that it's test is the one we want. That's where we're sending an email to the job seeker. So you can see what we're doing here. Yeah, so that code you've got at 179 through 181. Yeah, that's production code. We actually need test code in here. Hi, Vijay.
Hi, Patrick.
Hi there.
I missed the Scrum that time. I did not get the connection.
Oh, no problem. Hinesh and I are looking at his particular story for testing right now. If you want to listen along, that's great.
But I have one. Patrick, after I update the seed file also, it is not showing the data. The template showing the daily class. The record is there, but create date and some of the fields application is null.
Okay, so can we connect up after Hinesh and I are done then?
Okay.
Are you want to hang out, or if you want to hang up for now, and I'll let you know through Slack. It's up to you. Either way.
I will available only after 12:10. I have to leave somewhere.
After what time?
At 12:10.
So it's 5:22 now, right? In your time zone?
11:22.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's 12:10. Okay. If I have time after working with Tanesh, I'll ping you on. Well, I'll let you know on Slack either way. If not, we can connect up probably later today.
Okay.
All right. Great. Sorry about that.
Okay. Anyway, I'll connect tomorrow before Scrum also. It's fine.
Okay. Either way, that works.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Great. Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
So, so here we're looking for the way we're testing this occurrence, Hinesh, is first of all the event. We're creating the event, the JD apply event, so that method on the event side is kicking off.
Yep.
And we expect it. This says 2 emails should go out. Let's actually look at the event handling for the event and see how many emails we're actually sending. So we've got line 161, we're sending an email there. And line 166, we're sending an email. Anything else below that?
192.
And then we're sending an email to, who is that to?
Notify.
That's the company person. So we're actually sending 3 emails. So if we go back to our event spec file, we should be increasing email count by 3. Let's give that a shot. Let's try to run that test. Do you know how to run just one test by itself?
Is it just the file name? So
Well,
bundle exec, rspec, spec, model, event spec.
Yeah, but it would be, the last part of that would be underscore spec.rb, and then what's the file number that's on?
So
the
line number is 178.
178, it would be like that. So that's how you would end the command.
Like this?
Just a colon and then the line number where the test begins. Yep, that's it.
Ah, excellent.
Okay, so I did see 3 emails going out. Perfect.
Let me put the other screen back on.
Okay.
There we go.
Have you read anything about RSpec, by the way? I know you're teaching.
Played around with a bit of it, but I'm quite new to TDD.
Okay.
Get familiar with it, yeah.
Yeah, at some point, take a look at RSpec itself. This is all being driven by RSpec, which is which is purposely built for Ruby specification testing. It's very powerful. And so the expect statement there, that's not standard Ruby, that's RSpec method.
Okay.
To expect that event to change this is all RSpec language, domain specific language, a DSL, and it's really, really powerful.
Okay.
So it's good to know.
Yeah, I'll definitely go through this at some point.
Okay, so now we need to send a pusher message to the company person. We need to test for that. So where are we doing that? So if you look at line, well, on mine it's 219. On yours it's going to be, actually we're sending, in this case we could do email. We're doing both.
This one, isn't it?
Yeah, 219.
I'll grab that.
So grab that, yeah, and stick it in there.
Oops.
Okay, so event, let's see. So we want to create the application. We still want to change application in line 184 to application diff JD. So we're still in with the same scenario here. Okay, pusher control job seeker applied. We are sending this to company person. Do we have a company person defined in this test somewhere?
No.
We probably have it defined at the top of the file. Let's see, for the let statement.
150.
Yeah, we do. So line 20 is where we're defining
Yeah.
that object. So we're good there. Why don't we try to run that now? What is it, line 123? Is that where you put it?
Me.
Oh, no, that's not it. That was, what is that line number?
Oops. It is. Oh, I lost it. There we go. 183.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Let's try that.
Okay.
So what's the problem here? I'm waiting for your screen to stabilize on mine. Yep. Let's see, what is it saying? Expected push control, got push control, job applied by other job developer.
I forgot to change the.
And that's going to push a message sent to company person. That doesn't sound right. Let's go back to that test.
Yeah, let me go back to the code.
Okay. So the company person should get the same message regardless of whether it's a primary or a secondary job developer. Can you hold on just a second so I can look at that code? Job seeker applied. Yeah, okay. Let's go look at the event handling.
So it's this one here, isn't it?
Yeah, so event job company person. The company person is associated with the job, right? Push control. Job company person user ID. Yeah, that's right. So why is that? So we're giving it the job ID, the job seeker ID, the job seeker full name, and the list includes the ID of the company person associated with the job. So let's go back to the event spec again. Okay, so we're giving it a job ID, job seeker ID and full name, and the company person. Yeah, okay, so that's the problem. So the notify list here.
This one here?
Yeah. Let me see what application diff ID, diff job, I mean, looks like.
There we go. Job.
Yeah. Hmm. So the problem that we've got the way this is set up is that you can see that on line 40, we're using something, a job that's been
Yep.
defined WOCP. That means a job without company person.
Okay.
If you look at line 26, we're creating a job with company null, right?
Oh, yes.
Company person nil. And so we can't send a pusher message to somebody who we don't know.
Yeah, it don't exist. Yeah.
So why are we, does that rely upon the fact that, does the test require the company person not be defined?
Should
Let me-
let me look at the code.
Application diff JD.
User ID, yeah. Shouldn't do.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe we don't need to have that restriction in place. Let's see, I'm looking at, okay. So let's try something here. Let's change job without CP to
This
just
one, yeah?
job. Yeah,
You just drop.
in the, where, line 40?
Line 40.
So let's try this. Let's just change that to job. So now we'll use the regular job that actually has a company and a company person. Now let's run the whole, going to take a while, but let's run the whole suite and
Whole
see if,
aspect, yeah.
and see, actually try to run that one specific test again. See if that at least works.
That passes.
Okay, so I don't know why that particular job application was set up with a job that didn't have a company person associated with it. I'm wondering if anything else breaks. So let's run the whole suite of tests in this file. It may take a while. It will, but I'm thinking nothing's going to break because I don't see anywhere else with that particular
Where it's
object
used, yeah.
job application for secondary JD is used anywhere.
Here you go.
Except, well, there it is.
In that test, yeah.
Why is it? Okay. So that's how we set up the fact that the job seeker, no.
Change to 4.
Which one is it? Which one broke first?
So it's 159.
159, huh?
I'll go back to the code.
Yeah. 159.
159. Here we go.
And what does it say? It says job developer is not the primary JD. Yeah, we're good on that. Trigger
I
message.
guess it's because of this, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Just change that to job then. What else broke?
Use all that whole block. So
Actually, I'm sorry. Let's do 157 by itself. See if that works. Now that we've changed it to just job.
Okay. $157.
Yeah.
Yep.
That worked. So let's look at 168 and 178 now. No, I mean the tests. We know they're gonna break probably. let it run. You don't want to interrupt the test because it might leave your test database in an indeterminate state. It's going to fail on us, right?
So
let's look at
168.
168.
Here we go.
And how did that break?
You're saying expected count to change by 3, but it was changed by 4.
Really? Changed by 4. Let's go back and look at the event again. Unless I missed my... So we have 1, 2, 3. Only 3 emails are being sent out. Right?
So 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So why is it telling us 4?
Unless it's doing this one as well. But it
No,
wouldn't
that's a pop-up notification on the browser. So let's see. Let's go through 161 is sending one email. It's not sending multiple emails. And then 166 should be sending one email to that job developer. And the next one is using what? The third email is sending
job seeker.
Can you run that test again? Let's see what it says again.
Let me switch the screen.
168, right? Same thing, huh? Okay. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me on first glance. Company person. I'm gonna, let's see. In my local environment, I'm gonna try that as well.
Okay.
Let's see. So that's, I'm gonna make the change in terms of that test object. I'm gonna use job instead of job without company person.
Yep.
And I'm gonna let her rip on everything in that file. /.
That's it.
So to run the test now, I've got 2 failures. Probably the same
Same
2
one.
we've got. There was a lot of tests in that file.
Yeah, it's quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. All right, the first one I think is the same one that you've already fixed. Let me see, line 166. 166. Yeah. Okay, that one works. 176. Which did work. And I'm getting the same failure there, which is count changed by 4 instead of 3.
Yeah.
And let's see now.
Yeah, on both emails. $169 and $179 as well.
179 as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's both on the same file, yeah. Same test.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I'm wondering if well, wait a minute now. Let me just check what's happening in agency Miller job. Bear with me here so I can kind of just
Noise.
Okay. No, that just send one email. Yeah. Let's find out. Let's apply. Okay, let's look at that. Let's see. You may have to actually go into the debugger for this. CTV schema. Let's delete jobs. Tell you what, let me share my screen, okay?
Okay.
And poke around this with you. Set up a little bit here.
Yep.
All right. Try this again. Okay. We're using a gem called delayed job, where the
Okay.
email is put into a table and it's processed later because we don't want to send email synchronously while the user waits for the email to be created and sent.
Okay.
And that is not it's not represented as an active record model, so I don't have things like delayed job.count on it by default. So what I just did here was I said, okay, well, let me create a class called delayed job, inherit from, I'm basically creating a model
Okay.
so that I can use model semantics to see how many records are in that table, delayed jobs. And so now I can do things like that, delayed job.count. The reason I'm doing that is I want to set up a debug statement, a debug effort on, I'll keep those around.
To find out why the extra email is coming from.
Yeah, exactly. So let's EBT apply, right? So it's EBT apply. EBT apply, I think it's called.
Yep.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's debugger. And then let's run 57 again, right? So it's, let me get another console window up here. not that one. That's the one I've already got.
Nope.
Thank you very much. I actually don't need this guy to be running right now.
Yep.
So let's do our spec models, events. What did I say? 157, right? Actually, let's just go down. 163, I guess, is the specific one. 163, yeah. Let's do that. Okay. Actually, can I do, let's carry over. Oh, shoot, I did not.
No.
No, that's okay. We'll continue on then. So now we're in this guy. Let's go ahead and follow through. So we have that statement. So 0. Again. Okay. Let me see if I can. I don't know if there's a problem with respect to this Rails console not seeing the shoot.
The job.
Yeah, let's go. Let's just do this in the debugger, I think. Yeah. That's not going to work. So debugger's not going to let us do that. Nothing that fancy. Okay. All right. Exit out of here. Let's go back in. Same thing again. And now let's see if I can see something there. I don't have anything there yet. Okay.
No.
Why is that? That should have sent. Um,
11 seconds.
It could be that the test process is running all of this in a transaction, so another process outside of the transaction cannot see any changes occurring within the transaction by definition, from the point of view of what a database does. So let's
Yeah.
go through this again. Why is this giving me this problem here? What did I do? Oh, okay. All right. Looking at this gem to see if it can tell me how to query find out how many mails are actually in there.
Name queries.
No, you know what? The problem is test doesn't actually send mail, so it's not entered into the delayed queue. It's actually queuing up the mails in internal structure, I think, which we can't see.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's that. Oh, that was the first test. So that was that one, which works okay. This is this one, right, which works, which is the one that fails on us.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's Went too fast. One more time. Okay. So we're going to get the job developer.
Okay.
We are going to send email in a delayed job
To the job seeker.
to the job seeker. Yep. We know that works fine. So that's one email of 3 that we expect. Takes a while. Since we're not the primary, now we're going to send an email
Agency.
to the primary job developer.
Sure.
Where's the 4th email coming from?
Yeah, I couldn't see 3 there.
There's definitely only 3
Yeah.
that are being handled by this. What's going on there? So this is not the problem. Right, so our event spec, we have to look at what's going on here. So why? Yeah, okay. So this is what's happening. The reason why we had, now piecing this together, the reason why we had this job without a company person
Yep.
is that when an application occurs to a job, which is what's going on here,
Yep.
for a job seeker, then if the job has a company person associated with it, like the company person who reviews applicants for that job,
Yeah.
that company person gets an email that somebody has applied to their job. In fact, that particular job seeker. So that's why, and these lets only happen, these are only instantiated when they're referenced in a test. When that when that variable is referenced in a test, then this action all occurs.
Yep.
Within the context of the test. So we have 3 emails going out within our test, our event tested under test. We also have the fact that this particular object, when it's just created, is having an email sent because of the job application. That's why we had to invent job without company person, so that email is not being sent. So I don't think that's a big deal for us. We can just change 3 to 4 to reflect the fact that one of our test objects is resulting in an email being sent. That's not under test, but that's okay. It's just a byproduct of creating a test object. So that's what's happening. That all makes sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
There's one other thing we might be able to do, which is this. And this might break some stuff, but let me try that. So, what is it, 175, right?
Yep.
I'll explain, if that works, I'll explain what the hell I'm doing here in a second. Okay, so that worked. Let's see, what is it? Was it 157?
Yep.
Starts off the whole gosh darn mess.
Yep. 163, isn't it?
I'm just running the whole suite for a job.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's failing on me. Okay. Tell you what, there's some other tests downstream failing,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could get in the process of trying to make those work with the new structure we've created.
Yeah.
But what I would propose is this. First of all, there's that application without, let's just put that back the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
Job without company person.
Let me change it on mine as well. So,
No, we need to, no, sorry, that's not right. Let's do this. Our test, let's just change this to say 4.
okay.
Yeah, let's just limit that to 163. Let's account for the email that's being sent by the job application process when that test object is being created. I've seen that before and had to do this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to muck around with these other tests that are breaking as we change these test objects.
Yeah.
So rather than limit let's limit the damage to just that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to you then.
Okay.
Sorry about that side digression, but I had
No,
to
that's fine.
recover my thought process on how those things are working.
Okay, let me on my test, make sure they're all going through.
So yep.
Just in case I need to change something. I'll run the whole suite. Might take a while, but
Okay. You changed that to 3 to 4?
yeah.
The emails? Okay.
Oops.
That's better. I can see it better.
Yeah.
Generally, I like to create all the objects needed for the test at the top of the file.
Yeah.
As you can see in that, there's a lot of objects being created up there.
Wouldn't
some-
it be better to have a helping method for that or something?
Well, I only need to do it once. I just put those objects at the top, but yeah, you could put them in some kind of helper method. Oops, did that work?
Yep, so all mine are pausing.
Did you do the whole file there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fast. What kind of machine are you on?
It's on Ubuntu. Native
Okay.
Ubuntu.
Is it native or are you running a VM?
No, native.
Oh, okay, that's why it's so fast then. That's good.
Yeah. Because do you know what? I got a Windows machine, but I prefer using Ubuntu. Just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's so much easier to develop on.
Try to do VM within Windows. It's really slow.
Yeah, it's a headache.
So we
Okay.
got number 5 working, right? Did we get?
Number 4. Number 4? Yeah.
Well, let's
So
see.
we got this one left, number 5.
Oh, that's right. 178 broke because of what we're trying to
Yeah.
do. Okay.
So number 5, our email sent to company person.
So 183 worked? That's one of the
Yeah.
ones you added, right?
Yeah, the whole suite worked.
So that worked good? All right,
Yeah.
fine. So I guess we just need the email. Yep.
The email sent to company person, that should be this one here.
Yeah. Actually, do you already have? Actually, go. I think you already are testing for an email to be sent out, right?
Trigger push message. Yeah, to job
The
seeker.
178.
So I'll just grab that.
No, you've already got that.
Okay.
The event is sending out those 3 emails. So the description at 178 should probably say something like sends email to the job seeker, the company person, and the primary job developer. You can just use JD if you want. We generally just tackle JD exactly. It's too much trouble. So that's where those 3 emails are coming, and then we know the 4th email.
Yeah.
So you've already tested. So you're testing for the 3 emails going out. So you're good on that.
Excellent. Cool. I think we're good to go.
In fact, it looks like 168
Yeah.
and 178 are duplicative. You don't need 168, right?
I can just go with this.
Yeah.
And I'll just one more time run everything, make sure it works.
Oh yeah. Even if you add a comment to a file, you run all the tests again.
Yeah. Just to make sure. Run the whole suite again.
But your machine runs it so fast, it's not a big deal.
Nah. Yeah, because I have a Mac, but the Mac's gone so slow now. It's just had its day. So I thought, let me get a Windows machine and put Linux on it. So much quicker.
I have a Mac and it runs pretty fast. I've got 8 gig of memory.
Yeah,
I
only had 2. That's why 2 gig.
Yeah, I've got a ton of things running on my Mac right now, which slow me down. But even so, it's pretty much faster than anybody else I'm working with.
Yeah.
Except you. You're faster than me. Your tests run faster than I do. Which is great.
Looking good. Perfect.
Yeah. So it looks like you're in good shape. I'd recommend testing the entire RSpec suite and running the entire Cucumber suite just to confirm everything's holding together.
Yeah.
And then you can deliver that. Do you want to take another story as well? Or
yeah, I'll take a CSS story actually. That'd be quite a good one for me to work on.
A CSS story. I don't know if we have a pure CSS story. Do we? I don't know.
Or just in the front endy one.
Front endy being CSS or JavaScript? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Well, what do we have?
There's this one here. User redirect to JS index page upon JS registration failure.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's actually still a problem.
Okay.
I think that might have been fixed or changed. We changed hosting service from Heroku to somebody else. I think that was a Heroku thing for us. Let's see. Yeah, the other ones are not front end stuff. Do you like to do CSS stuff?
I'm quite open actually. Any task I'll pick up, I'm not really bothered.
Well, I tell you what, if you like CSS stuff I think early January, we'll have other CSS stuff coming because we're going through a redesign of our UI.
Okay.
We just, in fact, reviewed the first phase of that with a client today, and he liked what he saw.
Okay.
We need our designer to get back from vacation. Her name is Laura. She's in South Africa.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so she's getting back. No, actually, she lives in South Africa. She's not on vacation.
Okay.
But although I think she's vacationing somewhere in South Africa too. When she's back from vacation, which I think is maybe the 1st or 2nd week in January, we're going to create stories to implement her UI design.
Okay.
And of course, that'll contain a ton of CSS stuff.
Yeah, I can have a go at that one.
In the meantime, if you want to look at the other stories and maybe take one on.
Yeah, I'll pick one up.
Okay.
Are they all estimated?
They are not. So when you take one up, just give it a 2, because the ones that I've got in mind are the ones that all have MVP and bug labels.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all pretty much a 2 as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, perfect. Cool.
And then, just move it over to in progress like you did before.
Yep.
When you do a PR against the one you've currently got in progress, just move that over to need review, the typical drill. And then let me know, any one of the ones you take on, you may want to, you and I may need to have a quick session to orient you to how to go about fixing it.
Okay.
Or addressing it. It might be faster to do that rather than try to pick through the code.
Yeah, that'll be quicker, yeah. Just
so
used to the code still, because it's quite a lot.
Yeah, so maybe if you take a story, you've got some work to do to finalize your PR anyway. But if you take a story, maybe we can connect up after tomorrow's Scrum as well.
Yeah, perfect.
And do an overview of the story you chose.
Yeah, excellent.
And I can point out how to do it, how to get access to what you need to know quickly.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. We'll do that then.
Good. All right. Well, you've been exposed to RSpec a little bit more, so that's
Yep.
good.
Okay.
You get an idea of the power.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Thank you for your help.
All right, Hanesh. Have a good evening, and we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Yep.
Bye.
Bye now.